Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So I'm good. I'm good. I am on a fasting high right now, so bring it on.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Since I'm not on the fasting high, I'm going to start with my espresso, and you tell us what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah. So today we have some interesting data, a study that came out. I'm going to share results with you, and it's all about pushing your window a little bit longer using those fasting snacks. We have mentioned them before, but now I want to show you guys the study behind it, what they are, when to use them, and what are the best snacks to
Hey, I can talk about
use.
snacks all day long. Good. All right, cool. So very briefly, if you're running into this for the first time, Marcin and Joanna, we talk about our weight loss journey, and we kind of talk about the whole spectrum of like food and health and wealth and all this stuff. So yeah, back to snacks. We're gonna right into it. Go right into it. Is that cool?
Let's go into it.
Okay.
So,
You tell me what to do.
Marcin's going to show us just a screen of the study where I recommend, if you guys are interested, to go in yourself and read a little bit. This is
Hmm.
in the Nature Journal. Is a
Okay.
study that was published in 2021,
Hmm.
and it's a study made about how fasting it can be pushed by two hours and the benefits of it and the snacks that they use to do this. So the study had um, 12, like I said, 12 versus 14-hour fast with a snack.
Hmm.
Um, they found specific differences between people fasting for 12 hours and then starting to eat, and people at their 12 mark getting a fasting snack and pushing that window 2 hours without increasing their glucose. That's the main goal. We don't want to increase the glucose. So, this study took a total of 78 people, men and women. 60 of them made it all the way through. It
Hmm.
was for 8 weeks total in two groups. One group, like I said, 12-hour fasting. One group, 14-hour fasting
Hmm.
with a fasting snack. The group that was 14 hours. Oh, and one more important fact. Both of these groups had the same exact macros. What that means is they ate the same calories, same amount of fat, same amount of carbohydrates. So their diet was kept exactly the same. Okay. The people with the 14-hour fast and the fasting snack showed that they moved their fasting window by longer.
Hmm.
Number one, they helped them get into ketosis much faster,
Okay.
lost more weight than the 12-hour group fasting,
Hmm.
and blood glucose. This is amazing, you guys. Pause for a second. Their glucose levels continue to decrease after they ate that fasting snack.
Okay.
I
Cool.
mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. So hold on one second. I got lost. I think I'm number two. What was number two?
Maybe ketosis. So
Yeah.
basically,
How
your
how is it
ketones.
possible that they were able to get into that if they had a snack?
S- Ah, because we're going to go into which snack is correct to have.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right. So we'll get it. You'll explain later.
Correct, correct. It's
Cool.
it's
All right.
it's it's not just any snack. It's a snack that we've been sharing with you guys since we started this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but give you just focus on the snacks now. All right, so that's our study. So
Okay.
again, the purpose of a fasting snack is to push your fasting window
Hmm.
and to not increase your glucose because
Yeah.
there's much more benefit in the longer fasting period than there is of the period breaking at whatever time you are. So if you can push, always push a little bit. We always talk about this, pushing a bit. So the purpose of this snack and how it has to look, it has to be low carb, it has to be low protein, under 20 grams. Protein will kick you out of a fasting window and out of autophagy. So now it depends what you're looking for. So no more than 20 grams of protein. high in fat, and less than 200 calories. Okay? So we have some parameters to work here with. Best fasting snacks are, let's say, bone broth. And Marcin, I think, has a picture for us, but I also have the bone broth that we use here.
Oh, okay. Let me see if we have it. I think we have it.
Yeah, we have our fasting
Mhm.
snacks. So bone broth. This happens to be I believe this one is chicken, I think, with turmeric and ginger. They're all different kinds, but these are great. So I want to share with you guys this idea of this low carb,
Mhm.
low protein, right? High fat, and less than 200 calories.
Mhm.
So serving size on one of these babies is 1 cup. You're going to have 40 calories. So calories are low. Perfect. You want it low protein. So our protein here is 8 grams. For a cup is 8 grams, and we want to be under 20. Great. High fat. Our fat for this one is 0, but that's okay. And less than 200 calories. And of course, we said calories is 40 and carbohydrates is less than 1. So bone broth, a cup of bone broth is okay. No more than that, because then you're going to get into a high protein level, and the high protein level will kick you out of your fast. Okay. Next one of my favorites too is nut butter. Okay. I think we have a picture of that too. And it seems it's the same one that we got. I always go for the organic ones. This one happens to be from BJ's. So again, let's take a look at it. 2 tablespoons. Now, nut butter is the tricky one. Maybe this is the one that I would use as the last resort, because nut butters have more calories than other items. So two tablespoons will give you 180 calories. So you're reaching that mark of a higher mark on this one. Fat is 16 grams, so it has nice amount of fat in it that we're looking for. Carbohydrates has only 5 grams, so it's pretty low in carb, and protein 8. So the only reason why I would say maybe take only 1 tablespoon of this is because of the high calories, a little bit higher calories, but still a very, very good option. Next is our avocados. Avocados are always good for you. So I don't have my avocado with me. Avocados, on the other hand, have a high calories. For a whole avocado, medium avocado is 240 calories. So I always say go with a half of avocado, which is 120 calories. About 7 grams of carbs, uh, only a 1.5 gram of protein, but lots of good fat. So about 11 grams of fat
Mhm.
for a half avocado, and fiber. We can never get too much fiber. So a half avocado is a very good option. I would say that's my number 2 option to go for, to do this. It will meet that criteria. Now, the number 1 option that you want to go for is your wonderful, incredible, and recently very expensive, dun, 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 your eggs. So finding, for us here in Florida recently, finding good quality egg, it's sometimes a challenge, because they're sold out very quickly. And last 2 weeks I've had problems getting the organic eggs with chickens that roam outside. So pasture raised chickens eggs are a little hard to find, but they're the best egg for you. So eggs now are 78 calories. One egg, 78 calories, way under what we want, which is perfect. It has only 0.6 grams of carbs, low carb, awesome. 6 grams of protein, nice amount of protein, but not too much, and 5 grams of fat. So our fat is pretty high. So that's why egg would be like the best option here. And I believe that's one of the things that they used in the study that I shared with you guys. Then I would go for your half avocado, bone broth, and then your nut butter. So those are your fasting snacks. Um, Keep in mind, next time you're going doing a fast and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. I am breaking it. I'm eating food right now. Try one of these snacks. Try it. You got nothing to lose. If after 30 minutes you still feel like you're dying, which you're not, go get your go for your meal. But at least at this point you will not be as hungry, so you won't cause a lot of damage. Because one thing that we do, we tend to just go straight for the food and cause a lot of damage right from what you fix during your fasting. You're going to damage it with being so hungry and just putting lots of food in our mouth. So if nothing at all, it will help you from doing that part. So try your fasting. If you measure your glucose and you're below 50 milligrams per deciliter, yes, break your fast and have food. Your glucose levels are too low. So you definitely need to break your fast. Don't even play with the fasting snacks.
This whole breaking
No,
business. Am I breaking your train of thought? Can I
no,
stop
no,
you
no,
for?
it's okay.
So with this whole breaking business, yes, when we're fasting, it's again tapping into psychology business of what happens, because it's when two things are happening. One, you're hungry. Two, you're upset. So the food part you can fix with the right food, the right snack.
Mhm.
So that's what Joanna's saying. But at the same time, on kind of something that happens subconsciously is that your reward system also needs feeding, right? Because you've been fasting, you're kind of unhappy. So and what we tend to do, that's why we grab the bad stuff, because we want to have food in our body, and two, we want to be a little happier. So that's really, you have to separate the two. Just make sure that you're introducing the right snacks, because they will fix the food part. You'll still be a little unhappy because it's not the donut, but at least you're not gonna create the damage that Joanna is talking about. So it's very important to understand what's happening. Feed the
Yeah.
body, but don't feed the reward system and eat a donut, because you're gonna mess up everything, all the work that you have just done. So just wanted to add that because it's important.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And do as I always say, everybody's body is different. As your microbiome changes in your gut, you will also react to things differently. So, for instance, I haven't checked this, but the things that I probably checked 2 years ago that would bring my glucose level up more than 10 milligrams per deciliter. That's where you want to stay about during your fasting window. Um, most likely now would not react because my I've been fixing my microbiome with these 24-hour fasts or longer, and I've been feeding it the correct things. So my body may react differently than it used to do. But with all these snacks that I'm sharing with you guys, I really recommend you testing. So test yourself before you have your snack, and then 30 to 45 minutes, test your blood glucose level. It should not rise more than 10 milligrams. And if it does, that's not a snack for you. All of us react differently. And like I said, with time, your microbiome will absorb this food and digest it differently as well. So that's an important part.
Yeah. Um, I have a couple questions that I noted down. Can I stop you, or
Yeah, yeah,
now?
yeah, definitely.
Is that a
Yeah,
good time?
yeah.
So, so my first question is, because I know you, obviously you're better at this than I am, but I still have a problem. So like, okay, when we say at the very basic level, let's rewind back, right? So
Yeah,
this episode is about snacks when you're fasting, right? Because
correct.
my brain is still like on like healthy snacks. So I want to make sure that people understand, and also for myself, that I understand exactly what it is. It's not the healthy snack when we're eating and using snacks in between windows or adding to meals. This is for fasting when you're doing extended fasting. That's why
Yes.
you put them. That's why they fall within those specific categories, right? Because those are the ones that are not going to mess up your fast as much or at all.
Some of them at all, again, depending how your body reacts. Some of them at all, and
Yeah,
some of them just a tiny bit. If you keep your proteins down to that 20 grams,
yeah,
you will not, most likely, again, testing,
yeah.
you will not increase your glucose, and glucose is what brings you out of fasting. For
Hmm.
the autophagy people that want to do that self cleanup, like I love to do it.
Yeah.
um, if you keep that down as well, it will not break your autophagy, which is awesome. This is something that I learned new, because I would sometimes go through not feeling well, just pass through it because I don't want to break my autophagy. You know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, I can have an egg and
Yeah.
feel okay. It's, to me, it's great. Guess what?
It's
I am definitely scheduling my 3-day fast.
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah. Right. It's I mean, like avocado and egg
Yeah.
is I mean everything is food, but that we put in our mouth pretty much. But but an egg, it's more like tangible, right? Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
eating some broth is like, oh, I'm just
Yeah. Yep.
drinking. Or even when you put like electrolytes like Element, the raw version, right,
Yeah.
without like artificial sugars, still it's nutrients, right?
Mhm.
um it's just in a different format. So like I think again psychologically it's different to
Yeah.
like put an egg in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, now the second question I had was, uh, so let's use an example. I don't know. Since you were doing the 36 fast,
Mhm.
um, how many snacks? Was it just one? Like, do we just wait until the very moment when we feel like we're about to break, or can we use two snacks, or like is there a time frame, or like how does that work?
Yeah. So this particular study did not look at longer than 14 hours.
Yeah.
Um, but knowing that your body, remember, your body needs that time of rest.
Hmm.
I would say one snack per 12 hours, which would make sense with the study as well. So I would say one snack per 12 hours.
I gotcha.
That's what I would do, at least,
Yeah.
from understanding the study.
Yeah.
um, because the point of this is not to eat and fast. The point of this is not to
Yeah.
break your fast and
Yeah.
continue fasting.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. So yeah, okay, I understand. So you mentioned four things again. Both the bone broth. Let's see if I remember: peanut butter, avocados, and egg.
Yes, any nut butter, you guys, any nut
Oh,
butter. I just happen to have peanut butter, so I shared it with you guys. Sometimes I have almond butter. Those are my two favorites. And just so the point of this whole thing is, if you're gonna break your fast, it's better to take a snack that we talked about,
hmm.
low carb, low
Yeah.
protein, high fat, and low calorie. Okay,
Okay. Uh huh.
it's better to have this snack than and continue fasting for another even only 2 hours,
Yeah.
than breaking the fast. You
Okay.
will lose more weight, and you will continue to decrease your glucose in your the sugar in your body, basically.
Okay.
So that is it, my friends. So I'm always scared about snacking. I really am. I'll be honest with you guys. I
Yeah.
push. This study changed my mind. That's why I wanted to share with you guys, because the benefits are out there, black and white, right? That's how you say
Yeah.
it. That yes, this fasting, the snack will help you. More benefits than actually breaking your fast.
Yeah. And those are always I always laugh because it's like our worlds collide here. Because I always, how like when we war or sometimes implement like, ketogenic diet,
Mhm.
You always like prep meals that look alike other meals, like
Uh-huh.
a cauliflower pizza or
Yeah.
something, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm always like, no, because it's mentally like reminding me, and it almost like creates cravings. And I think we're both right on both accounts.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like what works for you, right? If
Mhm.
mimicking other food works for you, and you have your cauliflower pizza, have it, just not in front of me. But like for me, but it is true. But like for
Yeah.
me, it does the opposite. So same thing with those snacks. I guess the way I hear it, or the way my brain is digesting this, is it's still telling me like, don't do snacks if you don't have to. Like, I'm not trying to be purist. I'm just saying like, if less food in your mouth is better than more food when you're
Yeah.
fasting, right?
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely.
this is more like a sort of fire alarm on a wall. Like, if you have to pull it, just make sure you're pulling the right lever. So yeah, no, it makes sense.
Correct.
Is
And I'm sorry, but this is also a great way for people to start fasting. So if you've
Mhm.
never fasted and you can't, and it's hard for you to keep the 12 hours, at that 12-hour mark, have that half a avocado, have that one egg, and wait 2 hours. More benefits of you doing that and starting to push your body towards fasting than eating at eating a full meal at 12 hours.
Yeah. I Since I did mention the 36, do you want to just briefly mention something, or do you don't want me to steal your thunder and you want to get into details later?
No, I can. So I'm trying this out. This is brand new for me. It is uncomfortable, but I'm doing it. So I marked the month of February. I didn't start right away. I started actually February, I'm not sure, 4th or so,
Yeah,
where I am not eating for 36 hours, eating for 12 hours, and then 36 and 12. In the meantime, I am weighing myself once a week. I am checking my blood pressure every other day. I am checking my glucose and my ketones. The purpose of this is I want to see how much weight I can lose with this. I want to see if I can even make it. Maybe it's totally not for me. We'll see. Right now, on my second day of 36 hours not eating, and I want to see if my ketones, if I will start producing ketones faster. Right now, my system is very sluggish. I am only at zero point 0.3, which is like nothing. So I'm hoping that this will help my body start this process of converting and liver producing more ketones, so I can burn my fat better.
yeah.
We'll see.
That's yeah. I mean, congrats. I think it's absolutely insane. If of course, it's not. It's great for you, and I'm proud of you. um,
Thank you.
but definitely not something that we would recommend for somebody that's starting out, or is just like
Yeah.
kind of fumbling, stumbling, with intermittent fasting. It's those are too extensive to just kind of tap into immediately from when you're starting. But yeah, 30, she's doing, so you're doing 36 hours. I know different people do it differently. Some people
Yeah.
do 36 12, 36 12, 36
Mhm.
12 continuously. But what that is doing to your calendar, it creates a little bit of inconsistency. Let me explain. So if you start on Monday with 36,
Mhm.
and you eat on Tuesday, and then
Yeah.
you continue, not eat and eat and not eat and eat,
Yep.
it will be the following Monday, you're actually gonna be eating now, right?
Yeah.
It's, if you like to have your days planned and know what to expect, like I
Mhm.
am this way. So I would not be able to do what Joanna is doing, because I love routines, and I love my Mondays to be the same, and my Tuesdays, my Thursdays, and my weekends be the same. And what she's doing is basically creating this, but not everybody's like this
Mhm.
apparently. And she likes to sort of challenge her days and make it, they maybe she doesn't like routine. Maybe she likes variety. But the thing is, it's if you ever, for those of you that are more advanced, if you want to try it out, like,
Mhm.
just pay attention to your calendar. I know Some people do it like you do it every other
Yeah.
day, no matter what day of the week. Some people do like Mondays not eating, Tuesdays eating, Wednesdays not eating. I'm actually looking at a cheat sheet. Thursdays eating, Fridays not eating, and then Saturday, Sunday they eat. And sometimes every other week they do protein. I think we can tap into it as
Yeah.
part of another maybe episode, because I think that would be valuable. But let's wait to see how you're doing. But
Yeah, I think it's a good
so
idea.
far you're saying you like, how is the blood and ketones, and how are you feeling? Like, can you just tell us
Yeah.
in
So Wednesday was my first it started as I posted on our group who wants to do a 24-hour challenge. One of our friends said, "Yeah, I'm in." So we did 24 hours. My 24 hours got pushed a little bit longer, and then I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking about this already for 2 months. I think I even shared with Marcin that I think I want to try it, and then I came across another post of a group that I'm in, and the lady's like, "I am trying this. Does anybody want to join me?" So I'm like, doing it. and and that's what I did. Just printed a calendar and wrote the things. And I said, you know what? It'll be a good experience. Even even if I don't make it all the way, at least I'll find out some more things about how this process works. Um, this will be the first time. So I'm eating today's Saturday. I'm eating, but tomorrow I'm supposed to be not eating. Um, so that's going to be a challenge because weekends are usually my days where I cheat a little bit, where I kind of my hours are not as strict. So this may be a challenge because it's the first weekend that I'm doing this. Sorry, guys. I already told myself that tomorrow is a cleaning day. So I'm going to be cleaning the house all day just to keep myself busy. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, my blood pressure is good as I started. It's good. It's low. I have no problem with my blood pressure. My glucose is hovering on the days that I am not eating. It's about 100, 105. On the days that I am eating, it's about 95. That's overall something that I want to decrease because it used to be much higher. So I'm working on that. Ketones are staying the same, but weight loss. So on Thursday I weighed myself. I was 188. Today I weighed myself. I'm 184.4. So about 4 pounds down. Um, Pounds are pounds, as we know. Sometimes we're higher or lower. That's okay. But I do have to tell you guys, I am less inflamed. That's the only thing that I can say. I am less puffy. I can feel it. I actually saw myself right now in the camera, and we do this every week. And I'm like, oh my
yeah,
gosh, I don't, I'm not
yeah,
as
yeah,
chubby here. I'm like,
yeah.
wow. So I didn't, and like right here too. This is cool. Sorry, you
Yeah,
guys. So,
be
so
careful. Be careful. You push it too far, you may see too many wrinkles.
it's true. So we'll see, but that's pretty cool. But I also feel it in my waist, as well as my ring is starting to move all different ways. So it's really cool. I'm definitely less inflamed, and I feel it in my gut too.
Well, hang in there. We'll see how
We'll
that goes.
see.
All right. Cool. How do we wrap this up? Is there I actually, you know what, because you've covered you've covered some details in terms of you mentioned for the different products, like what are the criteria that the snack
Yeah.
needs to fit into. I just wanted to encourage, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the QR code. You can just scan it, and it'll get you to our Glucose Guardians Intermittent Fasting 100-pound journey, mouthful, group. And you can basically reach out to Joanna, or you can just join the conversations or whatever. But
Mhm.
like, all this information, if you want to rewatch it or whatever, is in there. She'll be able to help you if you have any other questions outside of it. But I think that is it for today.
That's it, you guys. So just remember, before you break your fast, think about grabbing a fasting snack that we talked about and push your window a little bit. You can do it. Fast on,
Sweet.
my friends.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.